Right, Oh yes, good point. Right, so we're leaving. I can't even see, I think it's 7:45. And I'm going to have to stop just up here because I forgot to check the reed filters. There were quite a lot of floaty stuff coming down the river yesterday. So look at the weather again. I mean, gorgeous, isn't it? Gorgeous. Oh, I don't think I've seen that before. Aaron actually dropping down into the water to pick something up. Well, I don't know whether you're wondering what I'm doing. This is a 4-berth boat. We've got 6 people on it. Where are they all sleeping, you might ask? Well, the plan was, well, there's a big V thing that was in the middle of the 2 single berths in the front cabin. But don't like using that. There's no room in the cabin basically then. So the plan was, they've got one of those sides, you know, you can put on a bed, stop a kiddie from falling out, and that was going to go on the settee for Eliza. And I said, not a chance, she won't sleep on there on her own. So she's ended up in bed with Mum and Dad, Declan in the travel cot. So there's not been any complaints from anybody, it seems to be working quite well. Which is good because we now know what we'll be doing in July when my daughter Sarah and Ash he's going to have some lessons in seamanship, and Archie, yeah. So Archie can go in the trap. Archie will be 3 by then. So I'm hoping he still fits in the travel cot. But yeah, it works alright that. They've still got room to get out and go to the bathroom. And then during the day it just gets lifted up and put on the bed. So I would like to try and get 6 adults on here. Well, we're not allowed to anyway for insurance purposes. And I want to know where this... Right, so when we did the walk, there was an old wooden mast there from one of the old wherries. And now it's gone. Anybody know where it's gone to? Yeah, so at 5 miles, I normally generally average, I'll work out when I'm doing walks and stuff, but around about 3 miles an hour if it's on the flat. So 1 3/4 hours, and it took me, well, from the stair it took me 2 hours to walk, But obviously I'm talking to you now and you can see the river in front. I haven't done that. So 2 hours. So I'd have been there at 9:45, which would have been no good, would it? What would I have done then for the rest of the women? Time till they got here about 1 o'clock. No, I'm being good today. Yeah, so doing the old, enjoying the cruise day today. So we're at low tide at the moment, and some people have complained about low tide when they come down to the Staithe. The keel's been catching on the bottom of the riverbed. We've never had a problem, so it must be on, I don't know if it's on a sailing boat or what. Right. I need my coffee, so I'm going. Now then, I think I mentioned Terry and Sue yesterday, possibly. Well, in fact I know I did, because I was messaging him on WhatsApp where we was and blah blah blah, and he said, oh, don't mention us, it's too late, I've already done it. So I mean, at this point I haven't edited it yet, so I could cut it out, but sorry Terry, I'm not doing that. So July, I know we're only on Monday, but we've only got till Friday. So July is our next time here, which will be the 29th of July, Friday the 29th. Collect Carl and Carl's sister, Karen, out of online dating fame, are on Royal Velvet 2. So the plan, well, we're going to do Beccles again, and I've been telling Terry that I've been doing a lot of snooker recently, and apparently he used to be a snooker coach when he was younger in the club, so he must be half decent. He's been telling me that he's not, but he hasn't played for years. But so anyway, at Beccles there'll be me, Carl and Ash, and I was telling Terry about it, and they're actually staying at Portrayham again in the same cottage that they do on a regular basis for fishing, and he said they'll have a drive down, so Sue can have a wander around the town with the girls and we'll have a game of snooker for an hour or so. And then also at the same time there's Billy and Sue, do you remember them? Well, Billy and Ash will get on alright. The full body's tattooed, I think. Well, I don't know about that actually. I haven't seen any of them naked, honest. Yeah, so they can talk tattoos, can't they, for an hour or so. So they're on, I don't know whether they're on Silver Mystique again, but they go from the Silver Line up at Brundle. They're on the week before us, but they're on for 2 weeks. So I'm not too sure whether we'll see them down at Beccles. I'm not too sure how they're going to work it, because what they do, they spend a few days down the south and a few days up north. So we're trying to meet up with them. But that is July, so we've got this one to do yet. So today's Beccles. Tomorrow we're planning on Reading. That one making a nest. We're planning on Reading tomorrow, so a couple of hours. There's quite a few errands up here. So we're only a couple of hours away from, I don't really want to get to Burney Arms, something like that. That's a bit too brutal for me. At least there's something to do at Reading. and then it'll be an early start Wednesday morning to get through for about 8 o'clock through Yarmouth. And then up, the plan then is for the carvery at the King's Arms at Loddon. Yeah. And Thursday, no idea. Possibly. Because on the Friday we don't have to be back. So we might have a trip up the Ant. Yeah, I think that's the plan, isn't it? Up the Ant to Neatstead, or Sutton, or even Stalham. But the girls like to get the fudge from the fudge lady's little stall or from the shop. Now, apparently it's the fudge lady's daughter now. I heard Christine tell Kim yesterday that's doing it. Can you believe that some scrotum had nicked the money out of the box, so they've had to now put it in, so the post box actually put it in there. They used to have a little honesty box. Somebody nicked it. I don't know. Well, it's a good drone flying day today, but I don't know whether I'll be able to see near Beccles yacht station. It is restricted there because there's a little park, isn't there? But with my drone, it's a DJI Mini 2 and I can fly it virtually anywhere. But I won't fly it up near people. Not well, just because it'd annoy me if I was enjoying my day and some drone was flying above my head. So I might leave it until the morning. And another thing, let me work this out. Beccles to Reedham. Right, it's an hour from here. An hour and a quarter, is it? An hour and a quarter from Loddon to Reedham. So what's that, 3.5 hours? Eliza's getting told off. She has this really bad habit of saying she wants a wee, but she doesn't. She just wants to leave the food. Instead of saying, right, I've had enough, she says, I want a wee, and then she goes to the toilet and doesn't have one. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I reckon 3.5 hours from Beccles to Reedham. Could possibly have a stop on the way up. Waveney River Centre, possibly. So yeah, I don't mind stopping there. I won't stay overnight. The thing is, the new owners now, Tingene, I think they're called. I don't think they want boats coming in now. The campsite is virtually on the water. You step off your boat, you're in somebody's garden, virtually. Yeah, so we won't stay there again. I'm not paying £20 for electric hookup when we don't need it. So yeah, it's a shame that really, because I used to like going there, like the pub. We've got a swimming pool, you can get pizzas from the little hut up there. Like I say, and the showers have got good shower units, but like I say, not overnight, because basically they don't want you there. And I think they used to have quite a lot of residential moorings there, and they've just given them notice, so they've had to try and find somewhere else. So, you know, like liverboys who just moor the boat there, sometimes maybe never move the boat. They've had to find somewhere else. So, well, obviously they must have some sort of plans. Right, anyway, that's enough of my waffling. We're going past Ardley Flood. And I can't remember us ever... We've had nice weather in April before, but I can't remember it being like this. I think we're looking about 16, 17 degrees again. But because there's no wind, it feels a lot warmer. Yesterday it was gorgeous, but then when you sat in the shade and the breeze got up a little bit, you could feel it a little bit chilly, and I burnt myself, I think. Oh, it's my blood pressure. Yeah, I think I'll have to take it easy for a day, chill out, don't drink too much, don't have any salt in my coffee, don't have any coffee, do a bit of exercise. I've been doing some jumping to conclusions recently. It's not good for you, that though. Right, anyway, I'm waffling now. So, unless anything happens, I shall catch you later. Yeah, if they come back in July down here, these reeds will be green. All the reeds are green. No, it's not that, is it? And the sky is cloudy. A few clouds now. There's Camp, the sugar factory in the distance. Not far off the main river now. Any idea what those birds were? They're pretty useless with bird species names, really. Not like the pigeons and sparrows, and kingfishers are easy enough, aren't they? Herons, marsh harriers. But them little ones, I don't know, are they wrens, tits or what? Right, here we are, now here's Hardley Cross. Phone's going. I was just saying I've had a phone call all weekend. So here we are now, Reedham Ferry. So you don't want to be racing towards this when it's going across the river, because you see the chains, can't you? Well, at the front, they're out of the water in a minute. Well, by the time we get there, it will be nicely docked. And who said about not a cloud in the sky? Someone needs to learn to keep the mouth shut. But it's still lovely. Right, I'm going to have a proper look at this river distance calculator, because I just looked at it and it says 4 3/4 hours from Reedham, from Loddon to Beccles, and then it's saying 4 hours from Reedham to Beccles. But I'm sure when I looked yesterday, when we got to Reedham, I'm sure it said 1 hour and a quarter. So how does that work out? I'll have to double check. Could be my inbuilt sat-nav calculation system. Might need rebooting again. It's alright in there in the ferry, if you've never been in. Well, we've eaten in there, and well, I never give bad reviews, because you never know, it could just be a one-off, but I wasn't too impressed with the ribeye steak. It was, I know you get a lot of fat in ribeye steak, but this was very gristly, and I can't eat that type of meat. But anyway, they didn't charge us for it, and they did offer to give us something else, but I said no, it's okay, thanks, I'm alright. But the rest of just like the chips and whatever I had, and so we will give it another go one day. I never say never again. Well, I'm saying never stay at Wayne River Centre again overnight. Yeah, so I'm going to put the camera down now and have good check of this river distance calculator, and I'll come back to you by the time we get to Key at Reedham. Limpets. Yeah, these batteries are useless on this camera nowadays.
Wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish.
Right, so I've just checked on the river distance thing, and it says an hour from Reedham to Loddon, 4 hours from Reedham to Beccles, and 4 3/4 hours from Beccles to Loddon. So there's only a 15-minute difference there, and I think it does say on the website that it can change slightly. So, and basically it's only a guideline, isn't it? Because if you're going against the tide, it's probably going to take you a little bit longer. If you're going with the tide, it'll probably take you a little bit less. So, but it gives you an idea. So if you check it and think, oh right, well, it's going to take us about 4.5 to 5 hours, at least you know, don't you? And yeah, I'm guessing Sanderson's is no more. We're going against the tide at the moment. And we've got Kim and Declan at the helm, so I can't lean over to check my phone, but
we stopped here before, the quiche. Was it here?
well, I can't remember. I've stopped here a few times, I don't know whether you was with us. But we're going to try and get here on Tuesday. There's Moonlight Shadow as well, another one. Yeah, we have 2 owners on Silver Cloud, have also got a share in Moonlight Shadow. On your room here.
Right, I'll tell you what.
It's a nice big one, isn't it? Just ginger. You've got the drafting letters when you take the canopy railings down. Yeah, see.
Straight into it, it actually opens for them.
Yeah. You have to ring them up and they'll open the bridge.
After dinner, what I like.
Oh, can you see the sign? Request to open. Have you done it? Oh my word. Oh no. Something.
Just keeps sticking his foot through it, and then I'm like, oh,
You have to shout up now, otherwise open up, please.
shout open. Open. Louder. Open.
Uh-oh.
Right, you can jump inside Declan.
It's not opening.
I'm trying not to. Very hard.
Jump around there and get Declan off you.
I'm fine. Look, I'm good.
She's a woman, they can multitask women. There's fellas that can't do the multitasking. I haven't really looked anywhere on the way down or on the way up. Is there an actual phone number to ring? I should imagine there would be on this
Thanks, Mum.
pontoon here.
Do you want to come and get La Baba?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to take over now, Kim, when you have your breakfast? Yeah, alright, do you want me to take over? We're going down the new cut in a minute, which is a little bit narrower than this. Alright, have I missed the pub again? Yeah. Yeah, so I should imagine if you've got a boat that needs that bridge opening, you already have the number on speed dial. And this will be a little pontoon for you to wait out until it opens. One good turn deserves another. Straight ahead towards them pylons, then we're going from. Straight down. Lay-by moorings. Can't even see if there is a number on there. Yeah, there is a number.
Cheese! A heron! It's a swan! Swan!
It's a swan, that.
Look at
Yeah.
Is that the new cut, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. New battery. Pathetic.
You think it's warm?
Oh, well, we've got blue skies again. Gorgeous. Somebody doesn't know about the close season and doesn't care. Here's the road bridge. There you can see the bridge with the lights just changing. That's at the side of the bell end. Is it? I'm in the wrong place. Oh yeah, it's at the bell end. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. No, it's a bit farther over this way, isn't it? Yeah. So we're at the end of the new cut, or like I said yesterday, is it the start? I don't know. We're at one of the ends of the new cut and heading straight down now. We'll be going with the tide all the way. High water is 3 o'clock I think at Beccles. So yeah, we'll be going with the tide all the way down, and then tomorrow we should be going with the tide all the way up, possibly. I haven't got that far in the planning stage. You just set off whenever you want to set off. Some people actually work their journeys round the tides. If I'm going against the tide, I'm going against the tide. If I'm going with it, I'm going with it. Yeah, domestic, no, domestic, yeah, I saw it. Demasting. Right, well, we're going past Fleet. If that guy's still there, I'm going to see if he's okay. I'm not too sure whether our insurance covers us towing anybody, really. I have seen the rangers down in this section before, towing boats into Loddon Broad. I'm sure if he contacted them and said he's stranded at Fleet, because you can't go anywhere from there, then they would help him out, I'm sure. But it was a private boat, so it's probably a good idea to get some breakdown service. People that own the boat, we have it on here. I think it's just changed now to Sutton Staithe Boatyard, I think. I think that's our breakdown people now. It was Bolters. I'm not too sure why we changed, but we have. And that sun's getting nice and warm now. Another day in paradise. Well, we're at Herring Fleet now, and that's a hire boat there, so the chap whose battery was flat, he must have got sorted out. I did feel a little bit bad because we were going in the opposite direction. I think he was, if he was heading towards Walton Broad, he might have asked us to tow him. I hadn't really thought about it until we'd set off. In fact, it was Christine said, oh yeah, he probably wanted a tow. I said, oh, should we go back and see if he's okay? And then she's mentioned about the insurance. We're not too sure whether we're supposed to do that, really. So anyway, it's sorted. Right, so 3.5 hours, something like that. What time is it now? 22, oh no, it might be even quicker than that. I'll have to recheck the calculations. 22:10 at the moment. But anyway, it don't matter what time we get there, does it? We've got booked to mooring. Morning. It's just trying to keep out the pub as long as I can. Just approaching Somerleyton moorings, which, if you're not aware, is a very short walk up the path to the Duke's Head. A bit of a longer walk up to Somerleyton Hall. Now, we haven't really got time to do that, but in fact I'm not even sure it's open. They have a maze, or they used to have a maze there. You could lose your kids, or your wife, or your husband, but not for long. Yeah, so from here I'm not even going to check the distances because my sat nav's just kicked in. I've rebooted it. It's about time now, so hang on. It's 5 to 10, and I reckon, because we're going with the tide all the way down, I reckon about 2.5 hours. So I reckon 2.25 hours. So I reckon around about 12:15 or just before, which will be reasonable. That then. We can go up the town and have a look if the shops are open. I can go for a walk and try my best to keep away from the alcohol until, no, there's no chance till 6 o'clock, have I? Weather like this. So I can just have a couple and take it easy tonight, that's it, and that's the plan. Ah, yeah, right. Yeah, so 2.25. I'm saying 12:15, we will see. Can't really tell, but I think it should be okay getting under here. We've no problem whatsoever. It's showing, what's it showing on the, oh yeah, they'll easily get through. It's 10 foot, I think. Well, 9.5 foot. They should be okay. Or is it 9'3"? I think this should, well, it's about 9'5", 4, whatever. This should be fine, shouldn't they? It goes a little bit chillier when the clouds take over from the sun. Yeah, we've no problem. Let's see if they have any problem. Should be, I reckon that'll be about 8-4. A lot closer than ours. No problem. Right, 6 mile an hour. We're doing 5.97. Because I don't want to get pulled by the fuzz. No wash, hardly. Not as much as him anyway. I must be getting old. Even the Rangers are looking younger nowadays. I could do that job. Cruising up and down the river. Telling people to slow down. This is a water ski area. I've never ever in all the time we've come down here seen anybody on this section water skiing. I have up at near the water's edge. Well, it was Wood's End. Wood's End, wasn't it? Yeah. I think when we saw somebody water skiing up there. Yes, we won't be getting that far up this time. And possibly not in July. I don't know what the itinerary is for July. It's too early to start thinking about that. Well, it's not for me. I'm even thinking about October, what's happening then. Because Colette and Carl are coming with us again. I'll put some more of that stuff, put that poison into Christine's coffee in the morning before we set off to make sure she's ill again for the week. I didn't do really, honest. Yeah, so I think we'll probably just come down south again, but I think on that one we might not go to, oh, hang about, yes, because we went Beccles in July and they're on another boat. I think that one we'll do the Norwich trip and go up to Norwich. Yeah, that's a good idea. So apparently, the Commodore at Walkie Broads closed down. The landlord put the fees up, the rent up, so they pulled out. That's what somebody was telling me yesterday. Oh, actually it was Jill, I think. Jill and Dave at the Stave. And yeah, that's because we were talking about bidding wood at the Dutch Tea Gardens, and I said, oh, we did that one year, and I walked up to the Commodore from there, had a couple of pints and walked back, and they said, well, you won't be doing it again because it's closed. So another one bites the dust. But Walkie Broads are alright for the kids because we'll have Archie with us in July. It's not too bad for adults either. Right, anyway. They're mad.
Stay there, stay there.
Right, sit down.
Through the hatch. As per the other day, nothing to do with me if they wear their life jackets or not. We're at Alton Dyke, so left to Alton Broad, Dutch Tea Gardens on your left, right down to Loddon River Centre, Beccles, Geldiston. Now I said high water at 3, didn't I? Yeah, so no chance whatsoever getting under the bridge to go to Geldiston. Not really until low water, which that'll be too late, or the next day. And we're not doing the walk again. It was bad enough for these two when they had Eliza with them, but now with Declan as well.
Right, when you hold that railing in front of us,
Yeah,
that
I'll
one
just
there.
hope we're getting through here. Oh, thank you for that. That was lovely. I'll try not to run over you now after all that. Well, this is Waveney River Centre, and because we've been coming with the tide, we've made really good time. What time is it, Christine? 10:30. Oh well, it's only about an hour and a quarter from here, and that's well, we've got to be there before 12 now, so we'll be there very early. Never mind. Nice day for barbecue actually, but we haven't brought that with us. Yeah, so
Look how close, yeah, look how close the tents are to the tents as well, aren't they? Yeah. Well, there's not many campers there, is there?
not to be any, does it? That's a bit weird, isn't it, for Easter weekend?
A lot of customers, because people do boats during the winter, but they don't have there's no boats in.
Visit the moorings open all year, empty, one boat in it.
We're going somewhere with a park now. But right at the edge of the water there is where you can camp up to.
Yeah, I would have
There's the fish.
expected to be a few campers with it being Easter weekend, but anyway.
There on the land. Look at where my finger's pointing. Missed it.
Right, so quarter to 12ish. Beccles, unless we start for breakfast. Well, we've had our breakfast, what was that about? For lunch for the kids? No, we won't. We'll just get to Beccles. Beccles, 2.5 miles.
An ancient and modern market town. How do you get that?
Well, it was one station and now it's modern.
Well, in everything.
So, anytime soon we should be coming up to one of my favourite houses.
On the end of it, yeah?
And I shall switch it back on when we get there.
Should I slow down?
No? Yeah. 25 to 12 and look at me on the water.
Proud of you, Dave.
Seems like every time I come past this house, it's something else has been added to it.
Why is it saying slow down? Why can't you go fast, fast? It's the wash. Oh really? Am I going slow enough? Yeah. Right, the wind is matched the that will go out next. Elsa. The boat's called Elsa. Right side. That's gorgeous.
I like the look. This house.
Really beautiful. Well, that is beautiful, isn't
I'm very close to Beccles now. Oh yeah, I had to go to meetings every week.
it? But did you have to get baptised or whatever?
No, I'd already been christened, hadn't I?
Oh, had you?
Just had to promise to bring them up in the Catholic faith.
Are you doing front or back one?
Aquafrolic. Just the back. What are you doing that way for? What was I saying? I wasn't to switch the camera. Right, so Kimberly was going to attempt to stern on. And I said, well, there might be quite a few people there, so she jumped up and said, I'll help me, Mum. Right, so I'm in charge again, filming and mooring up. Thankfully it's not as tidal here as it was at one in St Olives. Good grief, that was tidal there. Yeah, so it's nice and early. It's 11:45. 11:46, I said about 11:45, didn't I? Right. I'm going to get in here now with electric. So it looks like a few gaps, but I can't do it one-handed. So I'm going to have to turn you off, I'm afraid. I'm going to get up there near electric somewhere, near one of the posts at least. So I can't even get the tripod bit out because I haven't time to do that now, so sorry. Are we straight? Where's Sam gone? So to avoid making it an epic, we'll leave part 2 there and join me when I go for a walk in part 3. And I take you down to the boats where Declan got his name, somehow. And then somehow, inexplicably, I find myself in a pub. I have no idea how I got there.